Hi everyone, we're out field testing today, some new products for the Angling Bait Company, and whilst we're here we thought we'd do some little videos and run you through the existing range and how to get the most out of it. But before we do that, Andy, you give us a run through of the range?
Yeah, so I'll start over this, like Paul said, it's only part of the range, so there's loads more to view. If you want to see the rest of the range, go on the website, it's www.anglingbaitcompany.co.uk. There's a lot of carp stuff which we've not brought with us, such as spod mixes and things like that, which can be used in match fishing as well. But you know, this is the stuff that we use mainly. So, got some pop-ups, all different flavours. 5 kilo sacks of pellets, ranging from 2 up to 10 mil. Now, they're really handy because if you go into a fishery and you say fishing pellet waggler, you want a Screttings pellet. If you go into a fishery and you say doing a lot of bomb fishing, you might want a Coppins pellet that's got more oil in it. So you can choose your pellet to suit. You're not relying on a certain batch being correct. Next, we'll move on to the Carp Zinger pellets. Now, Carp Zinger pellets, again, 2 to 10 mils. They're all different flavours. So there's pineapple, we've got some monster crab, some lightning white. Basically, they're all different size pellets, but the different flavourings. Now, different colours, yep. Different flavourings. They can be handy if you want to find an edge, something like that. If you think, well, everybody's fishing the same, I want to find an edge, you could go for a strawberry pellet or a monster crab pellet. So that's when they'll sort of come into your fishing. Next, the Match Pro range, more suited to sort of silverfish style fishing. So you've got the Irish, which is more for like your big lakes and things like that. Your lake, which again is designed for lake fishing but can also be used for like commercial fishing. That's my favourite for sort of the winter style fishing. That's what I use this winter. You've got the river and then some Canal Supreme. Now the Canal Supreme is very fine, so obviously it's designed more for canals and smaller fish, not going to fill them up. And then your river is a little bit more sticky. It's going to get your bait down to the bottom, so it's good for carrying lots of particles. Your fish meal range, your sweet fish meal range, comes in different flavours. Again, you've got your krill, your F1. There's 4 different types in that range. Some have got more particles than others, but you know, there's a range there for you. So if you want a sweetish mix, choosing the fish meal, choosing the content of bait you want in it, you know, you might want the krill if you're fishing with, say, dead maggots. If you want an F1 type mix, then you'll go for the F1, obviously. There's the worm cast, which a lot of people ask me about this. Where can I get soil from for my worms? Well, they sell it ready bagged. It's called worm cast. You can use that in conjunction with some of the liquids.
Nice thing with that is it's pre-riddled, so you haven't got to do it. Literally open the bag and you're ready to go. Yeah,
you're not messing about with that. Yep. It's already pre-riddled, it's already there. You take your casters, your worms, put your soil with it, mix your water, and you're ready to go. Now, say you want to do a bit of shallow fishing with worm slop, then what you do is you can take the detonator and that'll give you a cloud. It gives like a red cloud as it comes off it. We'll move on to that in a bit. We'll show you a video how to use it correctly. There's other liquids in the range. We've got a pellet oil, which is great if you wanted to fish a Screttings pellet and you might want to catch shallow, but then all of a sudden you've realised shallow fishing is not working and you want your pellets to sink quicker. By adding the pellet oil to your Screttings, you're not going to get any pellets hovering. So one last thing, there's some liquid protein there in the range. The liquid protein is going to add food content to your mixes. So if you have a ground bait mix and you want to add more food content to it, a liquid protein's got a load of attractants and it's brilliant for that. They do have a range of expanders, so got some expander pellets. Your hybrid method mix, again, comes in 3 different flavours. You've got your halibut, your crushed particle, sorry, and nutcracker. These are still new to us, so that's why we're out today. We're field testing them. We've not had time to use the whole range yet. The ones that I have used up to now, like the CP70 and the Match Pro range, we want to come out today and test these method feeder ones. So what we're going to do, we're going to be using one of the method hybrid mixes today, and we're going to show you how to use it, how best to load your feeder, what consistency to get it to. On the end there, we've got the MI17, which is basically halibut pellets, again ranging from sort of 2 to 10 mil. If you're going on the rivers, high oil, loads of attractants in them, slow breakdown. They're brilliant for sort of like your barbel and chub fishing, things like that. So like I say, it's just a small part of the range, but the reason we're here today is to test it, to familiarise ourselves with the products, because obviously we're new to the company, we've only been here a few months, so we need to know what we're fishing with, because you know, we've got to find what's best suited for our style of fishing. So I think what we'll do, we'll run through, we'll have a mix of a few,
yeah, definitely,
try a few out,
yeah,
and show you how best to mix them up and how to get the most out of them.
I'm looking forward to watching you do the worm slot, because I know that's really popular as well at this time of the year. So yeah, lovely.
So brilliant. We'll get some ground baits mixed up and then show you what it's all about.